What up? What up? What up, though? Let's see what we got here. You catch up on this chat. Give me a second. How's everyone doing on the birthday of America? Let's see what we got. Got Reaper with the watch streak. Let me see. We going up. We going up. Mm, fantastic. And yourself? I'm doing great. Play. I can't complain, man. Just I don't know, man. My sleep been off lately, man. It's been I don't know. My sleep been hell off, man. I can't even explain why, but I don't know, man. I've been like I'll get home from work, get home from football practice. And I'll be tired, man. I'll sleep a little while. You know what I'm saying? I'll sleep a little while, and then I'll get up. Like after 2 or 3 hours, I'll get up, and then I'll shower. I'll play my game. Like you know what I'm saying? Like I do stuff, and then I go back to sleep for another 2 3 hours. It just I don't know. I can't explain it. It's crazy right now. But welcome in everybody. Uh, is it hot and humid where you are? Not. No, nah. Is the weather is great right now in Southern California. It's not bad at all, man. I think we got a heat wave coming, but nah. It is bro. It's been like in the morning and at night. It's been like in the 50s and 60s, and during the day it's been a while since we cracked 90. It's been like, in the 70s, uh, mid 80s. So not yet, but we just hit July. Still got August. It's coming. Pause, but it's coming. Uh, let's see what else we got. Appreciate that resub too, brother. Appreciate that. What up, Reap? I see Ken folk in the chat. What up, G? Oh man. All right, man. All right, all right, all right. Hope everyone's doing well. Yo, what? Mm, I'm sitting in a heat wave right now. Where is this return to sender on it, man? Send it to Florida, man. That's the closest heat box to you. Send it. Don't send it across the map. You in New York. Don't send it this way. Send it south. That's closer to you. Send it send it send it your way, man. Don't send it this way. Uh you ain't kidding, Reed. Let's see. Make sure I got everybody that came in here early. Okay. Should I yeah, let me type that in the chat. Mm, let's see. What up, Queen? Queen Mouse in the building. Mm, all right, that's what we rolling with today. Welcome to the Piccsta podcast, episode 13. The best sleep ever. We're gonna get into a topic. It may be a little touchy for some people. It may be right down your alley, but this the Piccsta podcast. It's my show. I talk about what I want to talk about. I don't give a damn how you feel about it. You either participate, or you retaliate, or you vacate. I just made it up just now. Just now. It's gonna be a good day. It's gonna be a good day for the simple fact that I started on time, right? Like I didn't press the live button at 10:30 exactly, but I was at my computer. I've been here for a minute, so it is gonna be a good day. It's gonna be a great day. Oh man, how you feeling, Queen? Lucky in the building. What up, Lucky? Oh man, I just read your text. Don't start don't start your stuff. GGG, girl, chill out. Oh man, Lucky with the 50 biddies. I appreciate you, Lucky. Oh man, don't start, man. Hey man, look, people got people got people got stuff to do, man. Don't yo, don't do this. Don't do it. Oh yeah, I got my cup back, man. Oh yeah, it's on. I got my cup back for Father's Day. I got a new cup. I had one like this. I had one exactly like this. And it suffered a terrible fate. Um, we ain't gonna talk about that. But yeah, but we back. We back. That cup a little big. It is. You don't see how it see it blocks the whole camera. But even if I pull it up to my face, you still can't see my head. Like it's trust me, it's I think it's like I think it's 50 ounces. I think. I'm not sure. But yeah, yeah, that's the one. That's the one. Hope everyone's feeling well, man. I hope y'all enjoying y'all weekend, man. Uh, I know it's a holiday. Some people celebrate, some people don't. But if whatever you do, man, enjoy yourself. Spend time with family, friends. You know what I'm saying? Just do your thing, man. Live a little. I appreciate everyone being here. Let's get to the topic, man. Let's start it because I don't wanna ramble. I don't wanna be on here too long. I gotta cook today, so I gotta cook here right here first before I go cook. Actually cook. Might get in the pool. We'll see. But so the topic is the best sleep ever. Are you aware or do you not care? And I came up with that. I'm gonna tell you why I came up with that. It's been it's been marinating for a while. The subject matter, right? And I'm looking at a lot of things in the world. I'm looking at a lot of things in life, you know, where it's so much things that's going on around us, and uh I feel like it's just like this they have the term woke, right? People use the term woke, and woke used to be like a term of like, hey, are you aware? Are you hey, you see what's going on? Hey, keep your head up. Now it's a term of embarrassment. Like people try to say you woke, they're really trying to talk about you. They're really trying to say like you paranoid or you conspiracy theory, stuff like that. But it's been proven, whether you want to believe it or not, it's been proven that even the people who are conspiracy theorists or are woke or whatever, most of the things that these people talked about or concerned about or whatever, they end up coming to be true. Like they end up coming to pass. So there's things like, I mean, you could talk about all kind of things. I'm not gonna touch on stuff like aliens and stuff. Like people were talking about aliens for years, and then they were like, oh, well, people were saying they got abducted by aliens and stuff like that, and people laughed and they put them in mental asylums and stuff. And now, just a few years ago, you remember the video that went viral of those people on that Navy ship where they had all those red lights or whatever the thing was flying around the ship, and those dudes recorded that. They all got honorably discharged, and then NASA came out later and said, yeah, well, there's other life out there. We just didn't talk about it. But for years, people were saying stuff like, "Yo, this happened and that happened," and everybody laughed. And for the most part, it just got dismissed, or you know, it was put in movies or whatever. And nobody really takes the time to look at certain things. I'm just talking about that one thing right now, but there's a lot of things where, even if you look at a place like Area 51 or whatever, like you don't know what's in there. You never gonna know what's in there until they tell you what's in there. And people say anybody that believes that there's some funny stuff going on in there, people tend to laugh at them and clown them. But if the military is there, some people staged they were gonna rush the place a few years ago, a couple of years ago, I think they were talking about rushing Area 51 and all that. And the government was like, nah, y'all can't do that. We're not doing that. Then as it got closer and closer for that to happen, then the military started threatening civilians. It's like, if y'all rush this place, it's gonna get deadly. Do y'all remember that? So what if there's nothing there and people are tripping and it's something that you want to laugh at somebody for saying things like this? Why did the government take it that serious to say? And I get it. You can make the argument and say, well, if you rush any military facility, it's gonna be a problem. Yeah, but nobody want to go in just any military facility. They want to go in that one, the one that nobody knows nothing about, and you know, whatever. You know that, right? And like I said, for years, people laughed at people who said things like this. Trying to a military location, trying to rush is a recipe for disaster. Yeah, but what I'm saying is nobody really want nobody going to any normal facility to do that. People were just asking. If you ask, well, what's in this facility? What's in this facility? What's on this naval base? They'll tell you. Or you could probably watch a YouTube video that'll tell you what exactly goes on there, what kind of training goes on there. You can actually probably talk to some people that were stationed there. They'll tell you. Have you ever talked to anybody that was stationed in Area 51? Never. Never. You know what I'm saying? And there's always some kind of movie that tries to tell you, like, well, this is what's in Area 51. I've seen scary movies. I've seen comedy movies. I mean, even what was that? Transformers. They had Megatron up in there, like, and we laugh at this stuff. We laugh at this stuff because it's in movies and stuff. But I firmly believe that a lot of things in entertainment are given to us, fed to us as entertainment to make us believe like, oh, it's just entertainment. But it really be some truth to it. I mean, look at one of our favorite movies. Look at RoboCop. Look at when that movie was made, and look at Detroit now. Look at how Detroit looks now. Look at the bounty hunters out there. Look at the private police out there. That RoboCop was made in the 80s. Look at 2020. Look at Detroit now. It's in shambles. There's no solid private police like OCP, but there's a lot of different militars. There's a lot of there's bounty hunters out there. It's real bad out there. Like I said, it's not to the satire of the movie, but hey, who knew? Who knew it was gonna be where it's at now? So it's things like that where you look at things that's going on around us. I'm talking about our government. I'm talking about race, religion, politics, and it's like we have so much people that just feel like, oh well, what can you do about it? Like, oh, it's supposed to be like that. But the worst part about these debates or these topics or these situations is the people that push back, the people that fight against the people that are trying to be like, yo, this ain't right. And like I said, I came up with this topic and I came up with this discussion. Like I said, it's been a long time coming where I'm like, damn, okay, I'm looking at all these things happening. I'm looking at the government, right? I'm looking at the politics. I'm looking at the stuff that these politicians say is wild. It's crazy, right? I'm looking at the the battle of people, race. You know what I'm saying? You got it's always been black versus white. It's always been that when you talk about race and debate and stuff like that. But now you got, you know, when ICE start running rampant, here come the Mexicans with their stuff. Then you got the Asians, right? This Asian guy, he killed a guy or whatever, or a kid or whatever. I don't know the particulars on it. I see bits and pieces of it online. That happened, and then it turned into Asian versus black, and I'm like, and I'm sitting back and I'm looking at all this, and I'm like, what's really going on in this country, man? Like, you know what I'm saying? There's a lot of propaganda. There's a lot of things that is made to put people against one another, so you won't watch the government and stuff like that and see what they're doing. But um, the thing about it, like, whenever I see something online, uh, a video, a message, anything, and I see like it's just like I don't look at it like plain and it black and white. I go to the comments and I see what people are saying about it. Cause a lot of stuff be AI. A lot of stuff don't be real stuff. It be AI, and then I watch what people are saying, and the people are just going at each other. Right? It's it's crazy. But the thing that actually just said, I need to talk about this. I need to get a discussion going on about this. The thing that started it for me was it's gonna sound crazy, but like I say, for the last since the beginning of this year, I've been looking at the politics. I've been looking at the religious discussions, the race relation, all kind of stuff, right? But the thing that tipped it for me just recently, this stuff with gaming, right? I've seen people debating about gaming. I've seen people debating about broadcasting and content creation. You got these because in our space, broadcasting, everything's changing, right? Like, you used to could be able to just play a game and that was enough. Now you got people basically streaming their whole life. You got and to me, most of that stuff is trash. That's just me. But those same people will look at what I do and what my peers do as trash. They'll look at it like, oh, y'all just play video games. Or whatever. Like, they'll look at that as trash. And I get it. Everybody's, but just to see people sitting in a room drinking and talking with girls, like, that's not entertainment to me. That's not to me. But you gotta think about the demographic of people that's liking that. I feel this just me. This just me. I feel like this is just my opinion now. Hate it or love it. But I feel like you gotta be a loser to like content like that. To like people like Dean. Like, watching them live their life, right? Getting these women and spending money and just crashing out, and like, you gotta be a loser. You gotta be like, okay, I'm losing in life and I wish I could do something like that. I wish I could talk to women like that. I wish I had money like that. I wish I could live like that. To sit there and be entertained by that. Cause that is not entertainment to me. Like, I never watched like Kai Cenat. I never watched any of them streams, right? Because I just never felt like they just sitting down talking, right? And it's not like I'm sitting down talking. Like, it's not like a podcast or like a topic of they just sitting down bullshit, right? And you got to figure this. Even the people that's in the broadcasting space of gaming, right? You got people that's in the broadcasting space of going out into nature and stuff like that. They have a following. You have podcasters, they have a following. You have people who play video games, they have a following. You actually you don't actually have to be into stuff like that to follow it, but it has to entertain you or fulfill you in some kind of way. So for the people that sit there and watch stuff like that, it's like, what are you missing out of your life where that's entertainment to you? Watching people drink, and crash out and act. They really act. Those people not really like that. They acting, but they gotta put on the show. I get it. But what's really going on or missing in your life? Well, that's bridging the gap for you as far as I'm satisfied with this as entertainment. And you'll sit there and they want so bad. They doing well. A lot of those people are doing well, but they want so bad for the what they call the old ninjas or B words. They want them pushed out. They want to control the space totally, and they don't like they. I seen a girl. She was talking. She was like, "I miss the old streamers. I miss the old broadcasting." She was like, "The not the old people, but the way it used to be." And she's like, "If you 35 or you 40, you shouldn't be broadcast. You're done. Your career done." And I'm thinking about them like, man, it's crazy how some people look at that and they look at your status and what you're doing and they feel like they know what your goal is. Like, oh, your goal is to make money and famous, and you've been doing this for 10 years and you ain't there yet, so you finished, you ain't make it. You don't know what that person's goal is. Someone like me that just actually loves doing this. Like, I never set out doing this to say, I'm gonna be rich and famous off of this one day. Never, never, that never crossed my mind. Never. But just creating content, creating stuff that I know I can put on a platform that'll be there forever. Well, as long as the platform's up, that satisfies me. That fulfills me. So that's why I do what I do. And it's so much projection going on, right? And it's so much fighting, so much candidness, even between men in these spaces. It's like, what's going on. So the thing that set me off recently was, of course, everybody that's in the gaming space, what Sony announced, right? Sony announced no more physical media. I text uh Lucky about it. I text Reaper about it. We all talked about it and had certain stuff about it. I text a lot of people and we talked about stuff like that. And everybody's split, right? Everybody's split. But if you look at the discussions online, right? If you look at the discussions online, if you look under the posts and read the back and forth, everybody's blaming each other. Nobody's really like if you look at it in a percentile, I would say 80% of people are bashing each other. 20% are saying, "Hey, look at them. They did it. They made the choice. Sony called this. You know what I'm saying? They called that shot. Why are we not mad at the corporation, right?" And it's like it's just so much. Like when I seen it, I was like, damn. We in the world today, we gotta be in the best sleep ever. We really are asleep with everything that's going on around us. Like any agenda that wants to be pushed, anything that wants to be done that's negative, the people who pushing it or want it done, they don't even have to fight. They don't have to fight. The people are willingly fighting each other. The people are fighting each other behind these topics and behind these decisions, right? And I said that when I was looking at this post and I'm reading the comments, I'm like, bro, people are really asleep, right? And again, this recent announcement, that's the thing that tipped it over for me. But it was so much stuff that I'm looking at. I'm like, what's going on? Like, what's really going on in the world? What this gotta be the best sleep ever, man. For us to have the president that we have, the government that we have, the food prices that we have, the gas prices that we have, people judging people based on religion and like people not even talking to family no more because of they don't agree with who you vote with or vote for or like stuff like that. I'm like, yo, like everybody is like, damn, is everyone asleep? It takes me back to a movie. If you've seen this movie, you know what I'm talking about. If you've seen this movie, you haven't seen this movie, then you're gonna be lost. But it's a movie called They Live, and it stars a wrestler, a pro wrestler, Rowdy Piper. Rest in peace. He's no longer with us. But if you ever seen that movie, you wouldn't even look at if you ever seen it and understood it because it's a sci-fi action. But if you look past that, if you look past what that is, you'll think that movie is a documentary because it's very close to what we got going on right now. Everything in that movie has come to pass. Everything, propaganda, aliens, every yeah, it's not me saying it. You know what I'm saying? NASA just told y'all that they got extraterrestrial life out there. They just told y'all they got something headed this way at a light speed, and it'll be here in so many years or so. Not me. I ain't making it up. You can go Google it yourself. You know what I'm saying? If you look at a movie like Terminator 2, you know, in Terminator 2, when the Terminator was explaining to Sarah Connor how AI took over, you know, it started they opened it up and it started learning fast, and then they became aware that if it ever was gonna get shut down, the people was gonna shut it down, right? And then AI went against the people. Where we at right now? We actually building the infrastructure for AI. Like we building it up, right? It ain't gonna be long before AI start running military stuff. Like and I mean, hey, bro, is the whole plan is there. Everybody just love making the videos. They love watching the AI videos. They love using AI. Nobody really just looking at, hey, could this really be dangerous? Nobody's really on that tip. Like, you know what I'm saying? It the things we consume, you know what I'm saying? It wasn't long ago, man. Eggs was like it was like damn near $2 an egg, right? We couldn't even afford that shit. You know, just a few months ago, man, diesel was $8 a gallon. Like we like, and people just like, oh well, man, either you want it or you don't. What? It like I said, that's the topic of the day. The best sleep ever. Are you aware or you just don't care? Are you aware of what's going on around you? Do you care? The worst people in this space right now, when you ask a question like that, the worst people are the people that say, well, what are you doing? What are you doing to stop it? What can you do? That's the worst people. They gone. They don't care. They gone. Right? I'm on the demographic of I'm aware. But the people who don't care, those are the people that argue with you, that they try to find a space to get in with you to argue with you or debate how you feel or what you believe. You know, you could say something about race relations, and you say, "Oh, you know, this shouldn't be like this." But what are you doing to help your community? They ask you stuff like that. They put you in a position where where you just so far out of reach, right? And it just turns into an argument, turns back and forth, and it's just ugly right now. So let me catch up with y'all comments. I know I've been talking for a little while. Let me see what we got here. That's a good topic. Appreciate you, Queen. They are taking the term woke and they are turning it into a word that's like the scarlet letter. Okay, Reap said trying to rush them. Okay, I got that one. Let me catch up. Why would they tell people what they were going to do? Of course, they were going to stop them. Well, um, I don't know. I don't know why they. If you're talking about the Area 51 thing, well, what happened with that was it was something started on Reddit, and people were asking like, "Yo," like they tried to make a web of knowledge of what was going on there, and they couldn't connect the web. They was like, let's reach out to former workers, let's reach out to former military people. Everybody had gag orders. Nobody could find out what was going on there. So then you got people, young people, they were like, we need to go there. We need to go there and see if we can get a tour. Can't get no tour. It's off limits. You can't come through here. You just can't. And then it turned into, well, we pay taxes. We deserve to know what's going on there. The military said, no, you don't. You don't have no business here. It's not nothing dangerous. It's not nothing that's gonna harm you. Mind your business. Then it turned into, well, we coming through the door. We don't care, like, and I think what happened was the night or the day it was supposed to happen, they had like a little rally, like a few miles away from the place. They had a rally and people kind of talked them down and say, hey, we don't need to, no, we don't need to go in there. Let's just move along. Let's just and they kind of, it kind of was like a kumbaya, and they left. But the military stood on it. They said, "Look, y'all come through here, because what happened was at first it was like we'll arrest everybody." They said, "Well, if 10,000 people show up, you can't arrest everybody," and that's exactly what it was. It was like if 10,000 people come through here, you can't arrest everybody. So that's when the military was like, "Well, then it'll get messy then." You know, I know y'all remember that. Oh, we got a raid. Rick the Minute's coming through with the raid. Let's go. What up, Rick? My boy Rick back in the building. Party at 8. I appreciate you, Rick. Welcome everybody to the Piccsta podcast. I'm your host, the Piccolator, the Pickster, Big Pick, all that. I'm all that. What's good, bro? Hey man, I'm chilling, man. Just trying to run my mouth a little bit before I go eat. Welcome everybody from Rick's stream, man. I know he entertained y'all playing that ranked Marvel Rivals. How y'all feeling today, man? How y'all feeling on America's birthday? Hope everyone's doing well. We just talking catch everybody up. We talking about just current events, politics, religion, race, Sony going all digital. And the topic of the podcast is the best sleep ever, and we're talking about are you aware of what's going on in the world, or you don't care what's going on in the world? You have certain people that are aware and they want change and they want to fix things and they want to find the path to fix things, and you have certain people that don't care. They just feel like, look, I'm not gonna be here much longer. I'm whatever age, or I just wanna be happy, right? Live out my years and let my children deal with the bull. You have people that on both sides, and I'm asking that question today. Are you aware, or do you just don't care? That's what it is. The best sleep ever. I feel like America, mainly America. We just in the Americans. We in the best sleep of our life, man. We just it's so much stuff going on around us, and people don't like it. And people like, oh, this is crazy. But they'll rather fight each other than come up with a real plan to fight the system of whatever it is that's tearing you down. So that's where we at right now. Somebody somebody gave me something. What's going on? Aware and don't care. Oh, Ricky, you both. Hey, you have that right. You absolutely have that right. Somebody gave me something. I don't see it. I missed it, y'all. I'm trying to do this show. I apologize. But I'm trying to catch up on chat. When you came in, I was running my mouth. But I need to catch up on chat. Let's see what we got here. Sci-fi usually operates off a drop of truth. That's right. Hey, Reaper, that is correct. That's correct. I believe that. They tell us a little bit in the movie so we could know what will happen later. And you know what? I had talked with a guy like that, right? I talked with a guy about that certain topic, and he truly believed that he was locked up for a long time, and he told me about that. He believed um he he said that he felt like Earth was a prison. He said he felt like Earth was a prison. He said he feels like um we were somewhere before, like humans. We were somewhere before, and we didn't do right by our home or whatever we had. We didn't do right by it, so they dropped us here, which is a prison. And he said the people that were dropped here, they had all the knowledge that they needed. So that's why society advanced the way it did. The tech and everything advanced the way it did. That's why when you look at what is it in between the late 1800s and the early 1900s, you had people making steam engines and flying machines and all kind of stuff, because he said like people had knowledge. They were dropped here with knowledge. This was his take on it, right? And he said, and we just kept talking. We kept talking, And that was his belief. Like I said, I don't knock people belief. I was listening to him, and he said that. He said, "Man, I believe that they put stuff in movies, bruh, because that's the deal that was made." He said, like whoever runs this prison, like they gotta. The deal is you can't just drop things on people. They have to know what you're about to do. He said whether that be some kind of entity or some aliens or whatever. He said they tell us what's going to happen, and it's up to us to believe it or not. And that's just what it is. I remember when that dude told me that, and I never forgot that. So just you saying that right now, they tell us a little bit in the movies, so we could know what would happen. I believe it. That's not my first time hearing that, so I believe that, Lucky. When it comes to change, people don't look at cooperation. I believe that too. What up, Tiger Prime? Hey man, y'all wish Tiger Prime a happy belated birthday, man. His birthday just passed. AI is already doing that stuff. People are feeding AI all of the all of the information because they love it. Or they have already put AI in drones about 4 years ago. They were testing it. But what I'm talking about, Tiger Prime is like having AI control a whole branch of the military or all of the military decisions. Like I think we're not far from that. Like in a drone, okay, yeah. Like they could put that shit in a remote control car. They got it in the TVs, they got it in your remote in your search engines. But I'm talking about on the larger scale. Mm, let's see. Oh yeah, Tiger Prime got a book too, y'all. He got a book. Make sure y'all get with our brother. He doing his thing. When I answer them with my solutions for what are you going to do about AI, they hit me with, "Who has the time for that?" Clearly I do. I'm saying, bro. So I'm saying, like they'll do that and they'll say that, but it's almost just to shut you down, Reap. It's almost just to, like, what I'm saying. It's almost just to dead the argument. It's certain things that are said like that to just dead the argument. They don't want to talk about it, and they don't want you to talk about it. So they try to hit you with a shut up quote. Like they try to put you in a position where you can't respond or you can't say nothing. Mm, hold on, let me see. All right. Mm, okay, that's what happened. Ricky follow. I appreciate that follow, my brother. Rick Demers, I'm aware, but I fully understand there's nothing I can do. And you know what? That's true. There's nothing any of us can do about any motion of an entity. Nothing, like, you know, you can try, but like Tupac said, he said, I don't believe I can change the world, but I do believe I can spark the mind that will change the world. That's Tupac. Tupac said that. Not Cornel West, not Martin Luther the King. Tupac. Tupac said that.
Man, did this dude just did this?
I did. I did just do this. Yeah, John Starks. I did. Tupac said that. He said, I don't believe I can change the world, but I believe I can spark the mind that will change the world. And you gotta think of this, Rick. You can't do it alone. But you give back to the kids, right? You give back. You give bikes away every year, right? Why would this person call me right now? And you see me doing this. Like, you see me doing this. Anyway, you in the chat. Like, this is one of the don't care people. They ain't aware. They just don't care. But yeah, like I said, you give away bikes, right? Right. But look, you get help doing that. So it's not anything great you can't do on your own, right? You could do something great on your own for yourself, right? You could do something great on your own for other people. But when you're going up against a corporation, when you're going up against a entity, when you're going up against a power structure, you need help. You need numbers, right? You need help. And that's where we as people are disconnected. We will fight each other, but we won't join together and fight whatever we are mad at, right? I know whenever I was watching this couples therapy one time, and this lady was talking to this man, and she was asking the man about how he resolved. He said him and his wife didn't argue, like they never argue, and she was like, "That's impossible." And he's like, "No, I will not ever argue with my wife." He said we have multiple misunderstandings. He said, but there's nothing that we argue about. And this is a therapist. She was like, how is that possible? How do you do that? He said, we take whatever the problem is and we say it's me and you versus the problem. It's not I'm on this half of the problem and you on that half of the problem. You feel how you feel about the problem. I feel how I feel about the problem. But the problem is the problem. We not with the problem. We have to go against the problem. And that's what I don't see when it comes down to race, when it comes down to politics, when it comes down to this stuff right here, the Sony going digital. People are fighting each other. Fight Sony. If everybody that had words for each other, right? If everybody that had words for each other would just come together and say, Sony, F you. We're not supporting y'all. Sony would change that. They would. Trust me, they would. I'm talking about everybody. I ain't talking about a couple of people that stream games. I ain't talking about just people in the the northern hemisphere. I'm talking about the whole world. Everybody that uses Sony product that's changing, right? There's a whole bunch of people that lost some digital media from Sony, just like the movies, right? They're gonna lose some movies. If everybody just get together and say, well, guess what? If y'all ever sell another movie or y'all ever have a platform or a space to rent another movie, we're not doing it no more because y'all screwed us already. Y'all already showed us what it is, and we're not supporting it no more. Things will change. But as long as everybody stays divided, the power structure keeps moving up. It keeps going with the agenda. Everything, politics, religion, any kind of control at your job, right? They could do so much stuff to you at your job, right? And you'll say, I don't like this, but as long as you clocking in on time every day, they keep going. They gonna keep going. They're gonna keep on bending you over because you keep showing up for it. Now, granted, you can't make a stand by yourself. They'll fire you or they'll get rid of you and replace you. But if you talk to your coworkers and y'all get on the same page and y'all all miss the next day, then they'll come to the table. That's how unions start. That's how change happens with togetherness. Nobody can be great alone, right? Unless you in a space where all you need is yourself, you can't be great alone. So we gotta and that's the biggest problem. With so much individualism amongst us right now, people don't want to help people. People, if someone sees you could be online, right? And somebody could make a statement, like just type something, and somebody petty will say, "Oh, you misspelled." What the? So did you get the message? Did you get the people rather put you down, right? Or if you say something idiotic or you believe something, or let's say you spread something that's not true, instead of somebody taking you under their wing and teaching you, they'll belittle you. They'll call you stupid or you don't know nothing. She don't know nothing. She's stupid. She lost. Instead of them saying, "Hey, that's not true. This is exactly what it is. I can show you the reference and prove to you that this is what it is." And instead of helping each other, we don't have that. We don't have that in us right now, right? So that's why it's so hard to fight against these. It's hard to push back against anything right now. A lot of people are asleep. This is the best sleep ever. The further you go down the rabbit hole, you realize there is nothing you can do. I disagree. I disagree with that for the simple fact that when you go down the rabbit hole, it's plenty of rabbit holes. But when you go down there and you see what it is, you get to the edge and you peek in there and you say, "Oh shit," and you know what I'm saying? Now you know. Now you're aware. The fact that you sit there and say, "Oh, it's nothing I could do," that's 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 what keeps the train rolling. That's what keeps the power structure strong. So many. If just imagine if everybody there peeked in their rabbit hole and seen what they had to see, banded together and say, "Let's do something." The same movie I just mentioned. They Live, right? This man came up upon a whole alien takeover conspiracy. It was going on over the whole world. And him and his friend, right, and a couple of people from a resistance, they exposed the aliens in a region, and that started the ball. Like, I'll give you another movie. All right, They Live. Check that out. They Live. Check that movie out. And another movie called V for Vendetta. Bruh, V for Vendetta, you gotta watch that movie, man. That is an amazing movie. That's one man. One man took on a whole damn government. And what he was trying to do was wake the people up. He was trying to unite the people. He was something like anonymous. Like, you know how we got anonymous right now? That's basically V for Vendetta. That's who he was. And he fought against the government, and he paid for it with his life. But he did, in the end, he woke the people up. And the people kind of joined together. Like, these people on this movie, bro, these people had a curfew. They had all kind of stuff going on. And like, if you just sit there and watch a movie like that, you watch it at face value, you looking at it, you like, how did it get like that for them? Well, look what's going on for us right now. The way it got like that is because in certain people's mind, you think it'll never get like that, and you don't realize you closer to it than you think. People, if you told somebody, hey, bro, that Terminator movie is gonna happen in real life, people be like, nah. They either feel like it ain't gonna happen, or it's hundreds of years away. Nah, you closer than you think. you the AI already here. They just ain't built the killer robots, right? And they building robots, right? It's things like that where people just they remove themselves from any knowledge, any responsibility of thought, and it's crazy. I feel the decline in self accountability has taken a huge toll on many things, making it hard to change things, especially without the resources to really do so. I can agree with that. I can agree with that. This internet age and this social media age, it has removed a lot of people from responsibility. Like, people can belittle you online, they can threaten you online, and they can just sit back and laugh like it's no. They don't have any responsibility for what they comment. They don't. Somebody. I mean, if you look at Twitter too long, right? You look at stuff like that. You look at the person who bought Twitter, and people they love that man until they seen he was racist, right? Now people have a problem with this man. But that man got to a power structure of he don't need you to like him or respect him or nothing. He basically the richest person in the world or whatever. You know what I'm saying? He got all his money, and it's like that money will always have him in a power structure to be racist. He don't have to change. He don't have to listen to nobody. You know what I'm saying? And if you go and you look on Twitter too long, you're gonna find so much persuasive content of race baiting and slurs, and you know what I'm saying, and there's nothing being done about it. You can report it. There's people that show videos, man, of them reporting people race baiting, saying the N word and like hard R, and then they report it, and then the report come back, oh, it's freedom of speech, right? That's supposed to fall under hate crime, but X or Twitter is telling you, nah, it's freedom of speech. You can't get away with that on no other social network, but on Twitter is, hey, it's freedom of speech. It don't matter that that's a bad word for you. So people can put stuff online without any responsibility. They can just do what they want, right? They can talk about you, your family. They can pull your pictures and post them on their page, and it's no accountability for nothing like that. There's a saying: life imitates fiction. The uber rich also need to stop telling poor people how to think as well. I agree with that. I agree with that because I just had that conversation with somebody. I can't remember who. I'm mad that I can't remember, but we had a good conversation, and we were talking about 2020 in COVID time, right? Y'all remember in COVID, they had so many people, man, that was trying to tell everybody how to live. Yo, y'all need to stay in the house. Y'all need to get y'all shot. People had money, bro. You had millionaires telling middle class. Hey, just stay in the home. Just stay home. Just make it safe. You got people that was home in their house. They got rooms in their house they ain't never seen. You got people with mansions. They ain't been in all their rooms in their house, right? Telling you to stay home. They got bowling alleys in their house, theaters in their house, right? Indoor pools telling you stay home. I can't even sit in my damn tub. It's so small. But you $50 million in telling me, yeah, man, hey, respect everybody and make it good for everybody and stay home. That's 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 a good one. I agree with that. They rich people need to stop telling because guess what? And that's another thing. When you have a rich person and they spending their money however they want to spend it, and you see some middle class people online saying, "Well, they could give that money to the homeless. They could do." Somebody gonna come in there and say, "Oh, you can't tell them how to spend their money. They made their money. They work hard for their money. You can't tell them how to." So you don't agree? You don't agree that I get it. Floyd Mayweather, I get it. The man put his life on the line, made $1 billion. I get it. But wouldn't you rather see him? Not saying that he don't, because I've seen this man give away turkeys and toys and all that. But I'd rather see more of that than seeing him buy a Rolls Royce. Bro, I know you got it. I know you got it. I know you got 10 of them. I don't need to see the 11th one. I don't. I need to see more of you giving back. And then somebody will argue and say, well, just because you don't see it, don't mean he. That shit gotta stop. That is the biggest problem of what's going on today. People will fight each other. They don't like opinions. They want to debate things because a lot of people, let's just get out of the way. A lot of people are losers in life. A lot of people are losers and they want to try to win online. They want to try to win on online arguments. They want to try to put you in their place because they can't go home and put their wife in their place. They go home to their house and they second or third in command. It's the wife, the children, then your punk ass. No, win. Be a man. Win at home. Win at work. Tell your boss, I ain't having that shit today. I ain't doing that today. Be a man. Stop trying to come online and win. Like, bro, nobody cares about stuff like that. If it's a real problem at hand, why we can't come together and discuss this or debate it respectfully? Like people, you'll see these comments. They'll be like, man, people who don't like this, they're idiots. Like they read your comment, then they comment under, yeah, those people that think like this are idiots. Okay, genius. You online just like me. We're like, what are we talking about here? Let's get it. Mm. Tiger Prime with the 200 bitches. I'm just catching it, man. I'm trying to catch up with chat. I appreciate you, my brother.
You are watching a master at work.
My people perish for lack of knowledge. This remains true. Absolutely. Absolutely. If people cancel PlayStation in mass, Sony will pay attention. Exactly. Listen. Okay. Okay. Now y'all cooking. Now y'all cooking. You're right. People take every opportunity to tear others down instead of taking the message and doing better. Bro, Sony to pull a move like that, they just they nuts hanging low right now. They like, yeah, like what? And trust me, it's two sides to it, right? They making this decision based on the analytics. They looking at numbers. Well, people downloading, right? It probably, let's just say, I don't. This is not a true number. No, they say numbers never lie. Yeah, numbers lie sometimes. We could talk about that another time. But yeah, numbers lie sometimes. Um, let's just say it's 70-30. Let's just say it's 70% of digital games, like, and it's 30% of physical games. So they looking at it like, yo, if we just cut out the physical, right? We just get, you know what I'm saying? We save so much millions of dollars. They sell everybody digital media, right? But what about the people that really are collectors? What about the people that really want, you know what I'm saying, the physical copy of the game? right? You just telling them, well, we ain't doing it no more. We ain't going that way. And there's so many arguments here. There's people talking about, well, look at Steam. Steam don't sell nothing physical. They all they games did, bro. If that's what people want, that's what people want. There's still people with old PCs that still got CD-ROM. There's people who still have those, right? There's people that they just want it. They want it, and if you've provided that, right? Let's say Sony is saying, well, we're just not providing that no more. The biggest thing with this whole debacle is even developers are like, whoa, 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 what are we doing? Even the people who make games, they're like, yo, nah, that ain't it. You know, we no, we need physical media. We need it. And listen, they talking about Microsoft gonna follow suit. Microsoft always been the junior. They always been the son. They got a chance really to just take over gaming. They got a chance to just say, no, you know what? We're not gonna do that. We're gonna stay physical. Xbox Studios, Microsoft Studios, we stand physical. We're gonna give people the choice, right? Because that's how you get any consumer, right? That's how you sell any product. You make people believe they have a choice, right? A normal salesman will say make somebody feel like they don't have a choice. Make somebody feel like they need your product. No, people. This is how people function, right? This is how most people function. I ain't talking about you, the person that's ready to say I don't function like that. This is how most people, generally, people function. They want a choice. They want a choice. When you tell people they have no choice, what they tell you? Oh, you want to bet? They ready to stand off. They ready to challenge you. You can't tell people, oh, you ain't got no choice. That's when people show you who they are, right? That's when people show you right now. Sony saying, well, we're not creating more discs. They got enough people. I know that everybody, mostly everybody, like, well, it is what it is. I use digital anyway. They got enough people saying, I'll never mess with Sony again. That's the straw. That's the straw that broke the camel back. And we need more of that. We need more people. When we talking about race, you got some people that they feel like they don't like the N word, right? They don't want to hear it. But what you really mean is you don't want to hear from nobody that ain't black. If you really don't like the word, then you shouldn't tolerate it from anybody, even especially black people, right? That it's things that we just compromising on too much, and it's things that we just settling with, and it just can't be that, right? It cannot be that. Mm. And Queen, people take the opportunity to tear other people down because it's something missing within them, right? Especially if you're talking about these online debates and these people that you like. There are so many Asian people that made after this Asian guy he was found not guilty, right? There were so many Asian people like, oh, black people talking about boycotting AIDS. I dare you to do it. You can't have no more cars. You can't have no more chow mein. Man, I don't care about none of that. If I really was into it like that, and I really cared about this guy or this situation, or if it was a social injustice, like I say, I don't know. I haven't followed the story. I just started seeing videos pop up. If I really was in that space, man, I don't care about no damn Japanese or Chinese car. I don't care about no Chinese food. Bro, I don't, hey, bro, if Chinese food went away today, I'll be fine. They act like the society gonna collapse without egg rolls or tacos. I don't give a damn. If my life was on the line, I eat leaves and grass and wouldn't touch no more food, no actual. You know what I'm saying? If they said that's all they got for you to eat, if you don't eat it, you're gonna die. Man, I'll be in the damn tree like a giraffe, tearing that shit up. Like, what are we talking about here? But they betting on you needing what they got, right? We don't. It ain't like that. It's not like that, and we gotta show people that it's not like that. We gotta show Sony it ain't like that. We gotta show racists it ain't like that. People who judge you because of your religion, bro, you could believe in whatever you want to believe in, right? If I come to you as a good honest person and you respect me and you everything about me is golden to you, once you find out what I believe in, that shouldn't change anything. If you wanna not associate with me anymore, fine. But to turn your respect into disrespect, that's crazy. If you find out somebody voted for somebody you don't like, and you love everything about them until you find out who they voted for, you have every right to say, "Well, I'm not associating with you no more." But if you respected that person before you knew that, why not continue to respect? They never disrespected you, so why your respect turn into disrespect? These are the things that we have to fix. These are the things that internally we have to fix. Until I doubt it was bound to happen. The streaming movement is taking over. It was only a matter of time. But see, that's the thing we talking about, Tiger Prime. See, those statements like that is what makes them comfortable to go along. It's so many people that's just like, oh well, like I say, the best sleep ever. Oh well. Before you know it, bro, look, okay, let's look. I'm about to, I'm about to wake y'all up. Right now, they telling you, okay, you can't have physical media. One day they're gonna tell you you can't have your car. Your car don't belong to you. Your house don't belong to you. Right? One day if they just say, hey, no more buying houses, no more buying land. You're just leasing it forever. You're not gonna be here forever, so you just lease it. Oh, this car, yeah, it's not for sale. You can lease it though. You can lease it, and in 3 years you get another one. And like the lease you do now, let's say they say from all the data they got, oh, we just leasing. We're not selling cars no more. So y'all can't purchase a car anymore. You can only, you're gonna have people that are gonna argue, gonna say, well, I lease cars anyway. I don't care. But they're gonna have some people that collect cars that are gonna be like, what the fuck? So you can't just say, well, it was bound to happen. It was bound to people say that until it's something they don't like, right? It's something they don't like, and then they're like, oh, what the fuck? Nah, bro, it's a snowball. It just happened to get real big and it got down to your issue. What a, is my mic on? Am I making any sense? If I ain't making no sense, bro, I'm gonna talk to y'all tomorrow. Y'all can leave the chat right now if I'm not making no sense. Until it affects them, that's what I was just saying. Until it affects them, people won't wake up. Exactly. Exactly. I don't hear V for Vendetta get referenced enough. You know why? Because everybody sleep. Just like on the movie. Everybody sleep. Nobody cares, right? And this man tried to wake everybody up. He paid for it with his life. But it's like, you know, think of everybody that tried to wake somebody up. Look at all these people right now ranting about Sony. You could go back to years ago whenever Colin Kaepernick was taking a knee. They left that man out there by himself doing that. And then whenever the president got on in front of a camera and say, anybody who take a knee, tell that son of a bitch get up and he should be fired. Then everybody want to take a knee. You know why? Because they felt like, oh, that's how you feel? Why I'm gonna take a knee too? Why you didn't take a knee when the man said he was standing for something? Why you didn't join him? Why you didn't help him? He couldn't do it on his own. But when the president said something y'all didn't like, now everybody they didn't like that they didn't have a choice. What I said earlier, people want a choice. When you tell them they don't have a choice, they're gonna show you exactly, yes, I do have a choice. Right? Appreciate that quarter up, Reed. Hey, we gotta learn them out here, bro. We gotta teach them. V for Vendetta. Y'all need to watch that movie and watch it again to understand it. Watch it one time, watch it two times. They live. They live. Live. Watch that movie. Watch it the first time, understand it the second time. Poseidon, I come in and heard turkey. I don't know what you're talking about, Poseidon. I don't think I said turkey. Maybe I did. I've been talking for a minute. What up, Mr. Wonderful? I'm here, brother. Just getting dry. I appreciate you, man. I appreciate you. I'm trying to catch up on this chat, man. Let me see. Let me see. People are not going to drop PlayStation. Listen, I am. I am. And you know what? Every time I think about it, here's the thing. The last I got a copy of Battlefield 6, like a physical copy. But I can't tell you the last physical copy game I bought for PlayStation. Uh I had a few of them for PlayStation 4. I had a few of them. But PlayStation 5, I think that's the only physical copy I got. I made it a point to say I'm not putting any disc in my PlayStation 5. And there's only been one disc I put in there. I put a couple of movies in there. But like gaming, I only put Battlefield 6 in there. Now I've had my PlayStation for a long time. But that's not the point. I'm a gamer. Somebody Reaper is a collector. This man is a collector. Serious about it. And I don't think he have a PlayStation 5. I don't think he have any PlayStation 5 hardware. But if in 10 years from now he wanted to get it, shouldn't it be accessible to him? Shouldn't he have that choice to be able to get it? Right? So when you come out with the PlayStation 6, you're gonna say, oh, it's just a box. It's just a box that and we gotta be real. We all gamers. I don't mess with physical media like that. I get the retro stuff, right? I get some of the retro stuff when I see it, but I'm not like collecting PlayStation 5 games. I'm not collecting PlayStation 4 games. You got people that collect controllers and stuff like that. I get it, but I'm a gamer, so I'm gonna stand with gamers. Now you got a lot of gamers saying, I don't care, I don't care, I don't care. What are people who care? I'm standing with them because they deserve a choice. They're spending a lot of money for so long, the argument was, well, let's just go Sony versus Microsoft. The Whenever Sony had exclusives, right, and then Microsoft had exclusive, but you could also play it on PC. People were saying, well, why you need an Xbox? As long as you got the Game Pass, or as long as you got a laptop or a rig, you don't need an Xbox. Why do you need a PlayStation now? Why do you need it? If there's no physical media and every game that is going to be released is going to be digital. If you can download that same game on PC, why do you need a PlayStation? You don't. And don't tell me about an exclusive. If you are a real gamer, trust me, you will be okay without that exclusive game. I'm sorry. We need to stop thinking that we need the PlayStation to play Spider-Man. We need the PlayStation to play Wolverine. We need the PlayStation to play GTA 6. Man, you will be okay if you don't play those games. If you want to play those games, I understand. I understand. I'm not fighting. I'm not debating with you. I'm not going to embarrass you. I'm not going to. If you want to play those games, I understand why you would still buy a PlayStation 6. But guess what? I don't give a damn about Grand Theft Auto 6. I don't give a damn about Spider Man. I don't give a damn about Wolverine. I don't care about those games. Right? Whatever I have, I'm going to play whatever I can access. I'm not going to, if I say okay, that's like Xbox. I'm done with Microsoft. I don't need anything from them. I'm never going to buy another one of their products. If ever I feel the same way about Sony, it is what it is. Right? And like I say, I don't even buy physical copy games like that. But when I seen that announcement, I said, you know what? I just feel like they're trying to bounce their balls on people. I don't need them. I'm tired of paying the yearly subscription anyway. Don't need them. Like people feel like they need stuff. They feel like, oh, if I don't got it, my life is, I don't want to see my friends playing it and I ain't playing it. You'll be fine. You'll wake up the next day. You'll be fine. Look, Mr. Wonderful say I am. That's what I said. I am. I'm bro. Because that's where it starts. I seen a video today. I think I sent it to y'all. I still feel they were that where somebody said they're eliminating all these production costs, shipping costs, storage fees. They eliminating all that. The game price ain't gonna change though. The game price ain't gonna change. Don't, if you only had a digital copy of the game, why the game not instead of $70? Why it's not 40? Right? Whatever. Monthly games been asked for months. Exactly, Mr. Wonderful. That's you. There are people who will stand on their PlayStation subscription. That's true. That's true too. That's the problem though. That's the problem. You got some people they like, well, I don't care. Instead of them banding together with like you're not gonna lose nothing. Why not band together with everybody else and say I stand with them? If you still want to buy the product, but still support other gamers. You can do that. You can do that. Some of their numbers are skewed because some games don't have a physical release. 100% of those 100% of those games contribute to making digital only seem like a good idea on a spreadsheet. Getting rid of physical game will devalue the collector's ultimate edition. Oh, okay. I see. I never thought of that. You're right. I never thought of that. And then some of the collector's editions used to come with like used to get it in a box. Used to come with like posters and action figure, all kind of stuff that used to. Let's see, I'm good until 2035. I went crazy with CD keys years ago. Listen, we saw these things coming, and hence why we love GOG. Absolutely, absolutely. I'll be right back. We might be here, we might not be here. That's being an adult. We have to that in the workplace. We still have to work with them regardless of their thought process. If you stand for nothing, you'll fall for anything. People need to stop all over for these companies, man. Listen, I've been saying that, and I get it. You're gonna have people that just they really support it. They really Sony like. I get it. I'm a Sony pony. Like you know what I'm saying. I like it. I like PlayStation over everything. But I just have integrity. I have character. Like I couldn't see them doing something to someone or to a group of people and be like, well, that's them. I'm them. I am them. I'm a gamer too. So I'm like, nah, we ain't doing that. If everybody can't be satisfied, then I'm gonna stand with the people that don't like it. Right? I'm still gonna do what I want to do, but I'm just not. I'm just built. I'm built different. Like if you know me and you call me a friend, you know that. You know that I I I stand for the cause. I stand for anything good. Anything bad, I'm against it. Like I'm gonna call it out. I'm gonna stand against it. Like that's just who I am. You know. Sometimes you gotta show people that you with them, right? And if you can't make a change, you can't make a difference in the end, then you go your way. The people who don't want to mess with Sony, they go their way, and the people who still want to mess with Sony for just a few exclusive games, they do what they do. Like it's okay. But this back and forth with like, come on, man, what are we doing? What are we doing? Like it's not us versus us. It's us versus them. Like they made that call. Nobody said, I don't think one gamer said, we don't need physical media no more. Sony, why don't y'all end that? And then Sony said, you know what? Yeah, let's end it. It didn't happen like that. People fighting each other like that's exactly what happened. It's the same thing. Like I said, I don't want to make it about gaming. Like I say, it's the same thing with politics, right? People are disowning family behind politics, and people are asleep behind politics. You got this dude Vance going on a world tour right now, a nationwide tour, just talking stupid shit. Like that dude said, That dude said you got the people with the signs in their yard saying this house we believe in this and we believe in that and blah blah blah. Some of them signs say in this house we believe in God. Is that blah 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 to you? I can't vote for nobody like that. You got to look at the back of a dollar. On the dollar, it say "In God We Trust," right? But that's on the dollar. They don't. It's no picture of God. You don't know what God look like. But they got that statement on the dollar, so they're telling you, "In God We Trust." This is our God, the dollar. You gotta. And you can call it woke. You can call it conspiracy. You can call it what you want. But you gonna call it whatever you want until that shit knock on your door. Trust me. Trust me what I'm telling you. Makes sense to me. You already know how I am. That's what I'm saying, Reap. Like you, I know you said that. You told me a long time ago I bought my last PlayStation, whatever, and I'm not messing with them no more. And you all PC, I get that. But I know how you feel about this shit. I know you feeling like, yo, this shit ain't right. Even though it ain't got nothing to do with you. Even though you don't even care about that PlayStation 5 or the PlayStation 6. I know you looking at it like that's fucked up. But you don't have people with integrity like that. You got people that's like, oh well, you look at the okay, so Grand Theft Auto. I seen somebody said that Grand Theft Auto trying to make people buy two games. They trying to make you get the digital release, and then later on they gonna release a disc with all kind of stuff and say, yeah, get that too, right? And I ain't seen I'm seeing so many posts where people like, I ain't paying $80 for no code, a box with a code, and then people in the chat saying, man, if you just broke, just say that. If you broke, just say that. Bro, that is weak. That's weak sauce. That is weak. Most gamers are not broke. Most gamers are not broke. They just funny about how they spend their money. They cautious. Ain't nothing wrong with that. Come on. If he has it, he's deal. Yo, if you got that, he ain't saying nothing. You go just pop it up one day and say, yeah, somebody gave me this. I didn't buy it. Line his ass. No PlayStation 4, 5. You're correct, Pete. I just see it as a smart business move. Tiger Prime, it is. It is a smart business move, but is it morally correct? It's a great business move. But all business ain't good business. All money ain't good money. Right? Right? You hey, you know what? You make great content, Tiger Prompt. You you're a great broadcaster. This is how I feel about you. You're a great broadcaster. Um, I like your art, right? I love when you're just talking. You're a very entertaining young man. What if Twitch said, some of these accounts, they're not pushing no numbers, they're not making no money, they ain't getting no bits, no gifted subs, they ain't, you know what I'm saying? Let's just get rid of all it because it's costing us money to leave these channels up and leave us memory for these channels. We storing stuff for these channels. We pushing stuff for these channels. Let's get rid of all the channels that don't average 10 views. What if I fell under that? What if my friends fell under that? What if you fell up under that and your channel was just lost because it's good for business? That shit ain't right. But you know what? You'll have people that's averaging 20 views. They'll be like, that ain't right. The people that got 1,000 views, they'll say, oh well, nobody was watching them anyway. So you see what I'm saying? All business ain't good business. It's a great business move for them, but at what cost? At what cost? Because you got people that this decision have nothing to do with them. They're gonna walk away from it just because they have integrity. I'm one of them. I think that's the point that's being missed in some of this. What's interesting is that modern companies doing this has spawned a resurgence into the retro market. Neo Geo started a new production run. Okay. Commodore 64 is shipping new units, and Sega Neptune is in pre-production. Physical media researchers is kicking off in the other areas of gaming. Same with movies. Pleather, I don't know what this. I'm trying to say right there. Is a resurgence in physical media sales. Uh, to the point that new mom and pop video stores are opening because they're trying to keep making money. They're not losing no money, Tiger Prime. Sony not losing no money, bro. Sony, hey, gaming is gaming, right? Man, Sony sell TVs. They sell, bro. Sony not they they've had a steady incline for a long time. They're not losing no money, cuz they're not. Uh, why would you lower the price when it is that way? I'll give you a better one. Why would you lower the price when people stupid enough to keep paying it? Whenever somebody complain about the price and you got a thousand people tell them, "Hey, if you're broke, just say that." You think Sony don't be online looking at that? You think they don't got PR people and you think they don't got people that look that there's companies, right? Microsoft, Sony, Xbox. You know, there's people that they go and they hashtag their company and they got jobs like that where they go read that shit and they report back. That's analytics they looking at like that. Where they go and they say, this is what's being said about this company right now. This is what we just made a new announcement. This is the pushback. That's what the PR is. This is the pushback. This is what they're saying about us right now. Oh, it's 70% positive, 30% negative. Okay, well we can work with that. We can keep going. We can keep going forward. That's how that works. They ain't gonna lower the price because people stupid enough to pay it. We don't have enough people to say, nah, I'm out. I was gonna buy digital anyway, but I would like the choice to buy physical. Okay, no, I ain't doing that because now my friend he only do digital. No, I ain't doing that. I think this will help collectors. It will increase the value of what they have to a certain extent. To a certain extent, it will. It's gonna drive the price up of everything that's physical right now. That's what it's gonna do. It's gonna do that too. And it will probably come back eventually. Yeah, yeah. A Sony what? A Sony pony. Giddy up, giddy up on Sony. Sony pony. That's what the Xbox call it. Sony pony. Put the saddle on Sony back and ride it. Pause. I'm not saying it's perfect or right or on one side or the other, but with this, that, what the company wants to do, society changes things. We go this hard for tapes, CD. When the move to MP3, why is this business move so egregious? Because it's not what people want. It's not what people want. This is so some of the things you just named, like when they went from CDs to MP3s. At the time they did that, it was still a choice, Tiger Prime. They didn't. Nobody said it wasn't gonna be no more CDs, and there's still CDs. Still CDs. There's still vinyl records being printed. You could still get that. So it didn't disappear. It's just not abundant like it used to be. You could still buy videotapes. They're not in production like heavy like that, but you could still overseas. You could still get a VCR, right? They're now. Granted, you can't go into a Best Buy and get one, but there's places you could still get one. There are places you could still get things that they've made other versions of it. You can still get the originals, right? Just because if somebody drop a tape, or you can still get the vinyl. You can still get it. Like they're talking about no more digital media moving forward. That means anything new won't be on it. If your favorite artist drop an album today, you can you can get a vinyl of that album if you want it. You can get a CD of that album if you want it. If you want it. What Sony is talking about is whether you want it or not, it ain't gonna be there. I think that's why people are really kicking back so hard, because they're telling them there's no choice. Once if somebody care about something enough and you tell them they have a choice, then they at ease. They're like, okay, I can do whatever I want. But when you, it's just I don't know. Maybe it's an American thing. I'm not sure. But when you tell people there's no choice, you have to get with this or get gone. People kick back. They're like, no, I have a choice. You. I'm just telling you. I'm just telling you why people fighting like this. Bro, you came with the word on today. I'm just saying, you know me. Hey, listen, you know me.
You are watching a master at work.
This is the unit, bitch.
Because Sony controls the whole ecosystem. If there is no physical media, there is no alternative. In the case of music, it is an open ecosystem. This is why you can still buy. I just was saying that. Thank you, Reaper. I was just saying that. You can still buy vinyl tape CDs even if it's niche. An open market where there's choice. I just said that. See, you see, 100 facts. That's not. It's not even hard to understand. It's not. Right. It's not. You know what I'm saying? Okay, I'll give you another. Since we need examples, class. Look, okay. Anybody that watch football, basketball, baseball, whatever sport you watch, right? So you have uh NFL League Pass, right? You got MLB League Pass. You got NFL Network or NFL. I forgot what they call it. Well, you pay like $300 a season and you can watch any NFL game, right? Look at how the games, right? The NFL games. Look at how they own all these streaming services. Peacock, Netflix. They own whatever they own. NBC app or whatever they own, right? People don't like it, but they ain't tripping because they still get to watch a game on Fox. They still get to watch a game. It may not be the game they want to watch, but they still get to see a game on Fox. They still get to see a game on CBS. They still get to watch Sunday Night Football on NBC. But if ever that goes away, NBA is on ESPN, NBA is on NBA TV, NBA is on TNT. If ever that goes away, if NBA moves fully to streaming services, watch how many people stop watching basketball. If NFL moves fully to streaming services, watch how many people stop watching football. Football is America's sport. It ain't baseball. You know, football is America's sport. But watch how many people stop watching football. I ain't watching football. If I can't watch, I'll watch a game. I'm a Buffalo Bills fan. But I'll watch the Sunday night game and it'll be Cincinnati versus the Steelers, or I'll watch because I like football. I like the sport. But let all them games go to streaming services. I'll watch highlights. Look how big of a hit ESPN took. Where they putting everything behind the ESPN Plus and ESPN app. Man, people ain't paying for that shit no more. People don't want that shit. Like, come on, you took away choice. When you take away choice, bro, it sparks something in people, bro. I'm telling you. I don't know. Consumers will always get the short end of the stick. If they accept it, they will. Always. Look at Nintendo, $80 games, and people still buy them. And $80 games, like high price games, ain't ain't a new thing for Nintendo. Like the games was 60, 70, 80, $90 for Super Nintendo, right? For whatever reason they were. But to try to make that the norm, that's a no. They better not try that. How do they control it with Nintendo, Microsoft still in play? Is the market more driven by competition? No, I don't think so. Not anymore. I think when people were trying to establish themselves, it was a competition. They all established now. Microsoft is established. Sony is established. Nintendo is established, right? When Nintendo was real big and then Sega came out, there was a competition, right? And then when PlayStation came out, there was a competition. Then when Xbox came out, there was a competition. They all established now. They all have their core fan bases, and they all have some hold on some kind of gaming. So I don't think the market is driven by competition anymore. I think the market is driven by consumers. What are they willing to pay for? Nintendo said we know y'all love nostalgia. We know y'all love Super Nintendo games and NES games. So pay the subscription and you can play it on your Wii. But they only giving you the games they want to give you. They ain't giving you the games that you fell in love with. They ain't giving you the games that you love that um most people probably ain't even play. Just a gem that you liked. But there's a lot of reason for that. Like some of those studios are long gone, like Engine, right? They long gone. Like it's stuff like that where it's kind of complicated, but uh, I think it's driven by the consumer. The more we show we willing to pay for some bullshit, the more bullshit we're gonna get. The only way for this not to work is if other companies models outperform what Sony is doing. Well, if other companies decide to keep physical media, right? If they decide to keep physical media, it may work. The other companies may be able to top them. I ain't gonna lie. If I was Sega, I know Sega been out of the console business for a minute, but if I was Sega, I would come up with a new console right now and say we doing everything physical. And it will. And Sega had never been a slump. They have always given great consoles and great product. I would they could really kick the door in. I would. I would go one last push. I would try it now because they bought a lot of those things back. Mm. Let me catch up. I'm gonna catch up with this. They control the device ecosystem. Microsoft hasn't been enough of competitor to affect Sony. Bottom line, for a couple of generations now, Nintendo has already not targeted the same gamers as Sony and Microsoft since the Wii. They carved their own niche other than the PC space that has made Sony stop releasing some of their games there. There is nothing putting pressure on Sony at the moment. That's what I'm saying. The competition isn't there. Shit. Competition isn't there, and the market is showing a move to digital over physical. Hey, I have a PlayStation 5 with this player. I still have DVD and Blu-rays. This may or may not last, but I haven't bought a physical copy since I got the 5. If it's cheaper to not make physical and keep the money in your pocket, how can they not do it? Just saying. Like I said, I don't like streaming services. I still have DVDs. They control what move and when you can watch them. I don't like that because I want to watch the movie when I want to watch it, and it's hard to get DVDs and Blu-rays. You know what's hard? Whenever you turn on Amazon Prime and they said you weren't gonna have commercials and you got commercials and you gotta pay more money for no commercials. Or they got movies and you want to watch the movie, but you can't watch the movie because it ain't on the list. Like they got the movie, but you gotta rent it. You gotta rent or you gotta buy it. Blockbuster could have stayed around for that. Movie World could have stayed around for that. Y'all basically buried Blockbuster and turned into Blockbuster. There are certain movies on Netflix, on everywhere where, oh, you can't watch this movie. It's not available, but you could buy it or rent it. Why, if I'm paying a streaming service, you need to give me every movie that I want. Why do I have to rent Big Trouble in Little China for $3? Why I gotta rent that? That movie from the 80s. Put that shit on y'all damn roll and let me watch that. Every 90 days is on the roll for free. Like is They'll have a movie, right? And they'll be there and it'll be rolling and they watching the analytics, right? So many people watching the movie, they say, yeah, pull it and then charge them. That's exactly how they do that. They start seeing how many times people click on that movie to run it. Yeah, then you see on Netflix, leaving soon. This movie leaving soon. Why? Where it's going? Ain't this digital? Where it's going? Bro, y'all better wake up, man. Y'all better wake up. I mean, it's clear as day in your face. It's right there. Have you not seen what Disney is doing, bruh? It's about to happen, and we still going to watch because we love sports. But it's coming, and everyone ain't going to stop watching. I get it. That's why they do it. Tiger, am I speaking another language? Is something coming through here not translate? You talking? See. This is my whole thing. Are you aware or do you not care? You debating with me, and you in the stance of I don't understand what's going on. I'm aware. I understand what's going on. What you just said. Have you not listen to this? Anybody that's got their ears open, because I don't think Tiger got his ears open. Have you not seen what Disney is doing, bro? It's about to happen, and we still going to watch because we love sports. Who is we? I love sports, but if it come to push and shove, I'll cut that shit off. But there's not enough people like me. That's why they doing it. That's why they're going to continue to do it. But it's coming, and everyone ain't going to stop watching. I know that. I acknowledge that for the last hour and a half. I have acknowledged that. This is why they are doing what they're doing because there is not enough people to go against the system. There's not enough people to go against the system. Netflix keep rising every 6 months because there's not enough people to go against the system. You know what? There was. I'm a wrestling fan. I'm a pro wrestling fan. Whenever I had the WWE Network, the little subscription service. I don't even know if they still have that or not. I don't know. But whenever they fed Kofi Kingston to Brock Lesnar, I canceled that shit. I said, bro, he beat that dude in like 10 seconds. You let this man go on a historic run, right? And you did that I guess, just to appease some black folks. Then you fed him to a gorilla. Here, take him out. And this dude went to hell and back with Daniel Bryan, with Randy Orton. Like he had a whole damn story where Vince McMahon was being racist, and hey, you not the type of person that deserved to be a world champion. They did this whole build up, let him be the champion, and fed him to Brock Lesnar. For what? What did that do for him, for Brock, or for your company? I'll tell you what it did for me. It canceled that fucking subscription. Excuse my language. But that's what I'm saying. There's not enough people with a brain to say, I don't like what I'm getting. I don't like what you're offering. I'm out. That's the same thing with this Grand Theft Auto 6. Because people they still got the butt plug of Grand Theft Auto 5 tucked in tight. They starve you for this game for so long, you're gonna buy it. They tell you, oh, you ain't getting a physical copy. Oh, you ain't getting this tattoo or this car or this clothes unless you pay $100. And people are like, okay, okay, okay. That's dumb. That's dumb. Now, if you into that game, if you main that game, if you're a content creator for that game, then you do what you have to do. I understand that. But any normal gamer got to sit back and look and say, you got to be fucking kidding me. You're not giving me a physical copy as of now. And you want me to pay $100 to get the full game? If I just get the base game, I'm gonna be missing a lot of. They don't have enough smart people to kick against the prick. There's enough real gamers that's saying, I ain't fucking with that. And people are mad that they saying that. This is what the whole debate is online. People are pissed that other people saying, man, they got me fucked up. I ain't messing with that. And they fussing with each other about it. Because people feel like if I don't have a choice, I'm not rocking with it. It's not hard to get DVDs or Blu-rays at all. I buy often. It's not as easy as it used to be. You can get them off Amazon, delivered right to your door. hence why the smaller time video stores are popping up to supplement the market. There is a growing consumer base for it. I'm just saying I agree because this will give them control, and once we all fall in line, they are going to change something else. That's true. Call it advancement. That's true. Well, that's the thing. People aren't just falling in line. That's why there is a physical media resurgence, especially with the younger generation. It's become pop culture with them to get physical media. Multiple reports of physical movies and music going up instead of down. And Reaper, I'm glad you said that. That's the whole point. Hear me out. Hear me out. That's the whole point. If I'm selling you something and it's new, and I'm not putting nothing into it. I'm not like it's dog shit. And this is the fifth game. This is the sixth game. This is this is this is what is that? Gears of War 9. Oh, it's coming. Pause. Gears of War 9. And I ain't putting no thought into this shit. It's just they got more Gears of Wars than Police Academy movies. And God forbid some game collector get on the stream with Gears of War 2 and say, man, remember when this game was this good? As a company, as a developer, you looking at it like this mother. I'm trying to sell you some bullshit and you refuse to buy it. I don't like that. I don't like that you're not buying my bullshit. You keep pulling out this retro shit. You keep trying to remind people how good games used to be. Games ain't good like that no more. You only get one hit per year probably. Maybe three if you're lucky. Three good games a year. Right? That's all you're gonna get. That's all you're gonna get. I need as a monopoly, I need to be able to give you bullshit. I need you to bend over and not question what I'm about to put up your ass. But these retro motherfuckers, you keep showing people that it used to be good. And I don't like that. So we're gonna get rid of these physical discs. Cause 20 years from now, I don't want somebody pulling out a PlayStation 6 disc and saying, hey y'all, this is the PlayStation 9. Remember when the PlayStation 6 was good? They don't want that no more. Reaper is telling the truth. The retro resurgence is killing current gaming. You got people playing games that are old. People will play new games for content purposes, but they're not playing that because they having fun with that. They playing it because they okay, okay, this James Bond game that's out right now. It's pretty popular. A lot of people saying the game is good. What I've seen, it looks good. But you cannot tell an 80s baby that this game is better than GoldenEye. They won't believe it. They won't believe it. When you pull up GoldenEye, everybody like, oh shit. I remember we used to play. Bruh, the Nintendo don't like that. They don't like that shit. They ain't making money off of GoldenEye no more. They don't want that. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh.
Man, come on, man.
I need to pass around a collection plate because I gave y'all the best I had today. I'm just saying, you know what I'm saying? I gave y'all a lot today. This probably my best podcast. Mm, what's up, Dade? Dade in the building. When I go to conventions, I am seeing young adults buying consoles and games that predate them. because they starting to see that gaming used to be something else. I know it blows their mind when they get a game and it's the full game. It's no like no DLC, no like the Metal Gear Solid, like that's the whole game. Resident Evil 2, the original one, that's the whole game. Everything is encased in that package. They got rid of WWE Network after Peacock. Now, okay, good riddance. Good riddance. I'm just saying. I know when I got rid of. I know when I got rid of that motherfucker. When they did Kofi, hey, I said, yo, bro, y'all can kiss my ass. I don't care about the game. LOL, I know that's where it started. Check old man Reap sleep. Wow. 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 God damn. Wow. Old man Reaps. That's crazy. That's cool. Yo, you sure that's your friend? Y'all friends for real? That's the enemy comment. Thank you for the quarter up, Reap. Whoa. Checks old man Reap. Man, Reap is a spring chicken, man. Don't do that. I felt like I was in gamer church. You are. Appreciate that 100 bits, Lucky. I appreciate that. Remember when GameStop strong armed Sony when they found out Warhawk was available a downloadable game through PSN? Now brick and mortar got crushed by convenience, and now no physical media convenience. It's the new norm. Appreciate that 100 bits. Appreciate. Hey man, I'm just playing, man. Y'all ain't gotta donate no more. I appreciate the 100 bits, man. You ain't gotta do that. I'm just saying, man. I look for anyone with the Sega still, you can buy limited edition 35th B-Day Sonic 1 and 2 actual game cards. This is my PSA for the day since we're on topic. Yeah, I look, like I say, man, we are in the and I say we because I know there's some stuff about, that I'm not even paying attention to. I appreciate that hype train. Appreciate that 100 bits, Tiger. We're on a hype train. I ain't been on a hype train on a podcast ever. Ever. I appreciate y'all, man. Level one. Don't let it go out of level one. Don't donate. Don't do it, bro. Chill out. It's a podcast. We're not doing that. Chill out. Man, chill out. I'm gonna start timing y'all out, man. Chill out. Like I said, I didn't mean to talk about gaming like that. But I it's like I said, we in the best sleep because everything, man. I'm talking about Tiger Prime. You a pastor. I'm talking about religion too. I'm talking about politics. Like people just sleep. People rather fight each other than look at the problem. Say that here's a problem. Here's the problem. You don't like the problem. I don't like the problem. What can we do about this problem? Or how can we get on the same page about this problem? Like people won't do that. People ready to call each other idiots. They ready to laugh at each other. They ready to call you broke or woke or whatever. And it's that's all I'm saying. That's my whole point. That's my whole point. This is the best sleep ever. I don't think America has been in a better sleep ever. It's terrible out there, man. It's terrible. This, bro, all these corporations, bro, they even tied into the government. They lobby, right? They lobby. So Sony pulling this move, you think that ain't gonna give other people ideas, right? Every great, I don't want to say a bad word, but every great screw job was an idea first. Everyone, like, you know, everyone was an idea. I mean, I wonder if I could run a taxi service with no cars. I wonder if that what y'all think? No, we got the yellow cabs. I know. But what if I just ran? What if I could make a taxi service and make people use their own cars? And I pay them 20%. I keep 80% because I got the mainframe of the business. It's a hell of an idea, but it just might work. I mean, that's how it goes. Like every screwdriver is an idea first. Oh, we don't need to give y'all no more physical discs. Why not? Cause we don't. Well, I'm not using your machine no more. Well, you ain't gonna be able to play Spider-Man. You ain't gonna be able to play Wolverine. Man, I'm 43 years old. I'm done with them characters. Or you ain't gonna be able to play Kratos. You ain't gonna be able to play God of War. Man, I'll find something else. I think some of the people that's upset with the gaming part. I think they need to get on Steam, get on Epic, GOG, get on these websites and just search, just scroll, just look for some things. You gonna find a whole bunch of it's limited, but it's not limited like PlayStation Plus. It's not limited like Game Pass. It's actually abundant if you compare them to those. Go find you some games to play. Stop letting these big companies, these console people, straddle you along with little bitty games that you really don't care about like that. You don't care about them games like that. Let's be honest. GOG drama free. You buy, you keep. I'm just saying. Appreciate the 100, Mr. Wonderful. I'm just saying. Like, you know what's crazy? Reaper said a long time ago, years ago, this man told me eventually everybody gonna be PC gamers. This man, he a prophet. He a prophet for the master race. He said eventually everybody gonna be PC gamers. I had no idea, and I'm sure he had no idea that Sony was gonna get the ball rolling to that. I guarantee that. I bet you he didn't know. Like, he did say something along the lines of console was gonna kill itself. I remember we was talking, me, him, Rick, Kinston. We all was in the chat one day in Discord. We was talking about Xbox and the shit they was doing. And he said that. He said console going to eventually kill itself. But I didn't know it was going to be this obvious. Even when you think about console, who can you market a console to right now? These kids want gaming computers. They want PC. These kids want PCs because they want to hack. They want to hack and they want to have aimbot and all this shit. I be listening to kids talk. I be watching their chats and shit. They be like my son friends. They all want to cheat. They all want to cheat, bro. They don't want to be legit gamers. They want to hack and Fortnite and all that shit. So, I mean, this eventually was going to happen, but I didn't know that. Who knew? Like, for real, who knew? Nobody knew. No way for them to revoke your game. But this is PC players' fault. Y'all keep talking about PC playing, and that's what they driving us to. How's it PC fault? Oh. PC catching strays. What? This ain't got nothing to do with PC. See what I'm saying? The problem. Sony. Everybody else are this ain't got nothing to do with PC, man. At one point in time, Sony was saying we are better because we have physical. That Steam ain't got what we got. We got what they got, plus we got physical. Well, look how good Steam is doing. Look how good PC is doing. Let's be honest, as a console, you can't get into that lane. They controlling that lane. You cannot get into that lane. Oh, we going all digital. All right, I'll just be over here then. I'm talking about real gamers, not fanboys, not kids. Like, and look at this. Reaper also said this: the price. You possibly about to pay $1,000 for a digital box. Reaper told me that a lot of parents buy consoles because they really just souped up computers, and it's safer to give a kid a console than give a kid a PC. It's cheaper. It's safer and it's cheaper. Well, now if the PC and the console, like if you just $300 to $500 away from a real good PC, a normal PC, why not take that leap? Why you gonna buy the console still? I don't think there are still some parents. We ain't even talk about that. We even talk about the parent aspect of it. Some parents be in GameStop with their kids. They like to look at the game and say, "What is this? What is this? Is this safe for kids?" Now it's just digital codes now. That's about to be it. Just digital, now some parents gotta put their card or like they gotta like that's how you gonna buy it. Some people just do not like to be inconvenienced. I don't think Sony they thinking about that. They're not gonna lose much money, but they're gonna lose. They're gonna lose something. They're gonna lose hardcore gamers. They're gonna lose a lot. All they're gonna have is kids and idiots. That's all they're gonna. And that's what you need to run a successful business like that. You need that kind of fan base because people that is thinkers, you can't use them. They're not gonna spend no money with you. They're not gonna. You're not. You can't manipulate them. Think about this. People on PC, Grand Theft Auto 6 about to come out. People on PC are saying right now, I'm cool with waiting. I'm cool with waiting till it gets on the PC to play. You know why? Because they got a backlog that's crazy. They got so many games to play until they get to them. When you're on a console, how many good games do you have to play? You always waiting for the next big game. You don't got a lot of games like that on a console. Am I making any sense right now? Like a PC player, they sitting firm right now. Like, oh, a year, 2 years, all right, because they know when they get there, that's a wrap. Mods, role play, all that. Somebody gonna break the game some kind of way. It's gonna be what it's gonna be. But a console game, but they only got so many games. Like, why you think people still playing Warzone, Apex Legends, Fortnite? So and Grand Theft Auto 5. So when they say, "Oh, Grand Theft Auto 6 coming is $100 and it's on the digital," oh, thank you, thank you, thank you. So they feel like they being saved because they ain't got shit else to play. They ain't got no console backlog. That don't exist. Somebody on PC, they can look at multiple. They can look at Epic, GOG. They can look at. They got games on all kind of shit. Like, I guess I'll boot this up. Let me download this and let me try this. I bought it 2 years ago. Let me try it now. Console don't got that. So that's why people feel like they need the console. But if you like right now, I got an Xbox, I got a PlayStation, and I got a laptop. I don't, bro. I can't tell you the last time I played that Xbox. 2022 was the last time I played my Xbox. That was the last time I played my. I promise you, that's the last time I played it. Anytime now, my Xbox been downstairs because the Roku, we had a Roku and it broke, so they was watching Netflix all that on the Xbox. I don't use my PlayStation for that. My PlayStation upstairs, and I only use it to game on. I was telling that to Reaper, man. That's probably it. PlayStation 5 is probably everybody remember when they bought their last console. Every PC player, they remember when they bought their last console. Because it's bittersweet. But I don't know one PC player that regret it. I don't know one person that regret turning away from console. I don't. I'm not saying they don't got none. I'm saying I don't know any. And I know a bunch of PC players. So that's the reason why it goes like that. That's why they feel like they need, because they don't have a backlog like that. They don't. Look at the prices of the game, bro. You could build a if you had, bro, if you had $1,000, bro, you could shut down Steam and and Epic and right. How far could that get you on PlayStation? How far could that get you on Xbox? Them games still $70. Some of them 4 years old, still $69.99. Come on, bro. Like for real? Like what? I'm just saying it's a clear difference. It's a clear difference. Let me see. Mm. Mr. Wonderful says Sony lose me, you know they fucked. If they lose me, that gonna be that gonna be on Google News page. They're gonna be on Yahoo Front News. Let's see. I gotta go up a little further. Game developer Dennis Diak is most famous for his controversial 2007 prediction that the video game industry would eventually adopt a one console future. He argued that technology would commoditize gaming, resulting in a single standardized open hardware format rather than competing proprietary consoles. That's looking like what it's about to be. But who is it gonna be? Who gonna come out on top? Shit like this makes me appreciate the Sega and SNES era. Yes. No, seriously. If Sony loses me, right? That's my point. But Sony wants to do that to make more money. This has nothing to do with PC versus console. I agree. I agree. I agree. You're right, Tiger Prime. The open hardware format is PC, more specifically Linux PCs. Console makers are beholden to the investors who care about ROI and not gamers' enjoyment. Once the market flipped that way, they were going down. The PC and retro spaces are filled with private companies with no stock market influence. They are beholden to the customers, not investors, hence why they don't have as many missteps. See, which brings us to where you started, where people are blaming other people for this. That's what I said, exactly. For the decision of corporations. So that's what I'm saying. That's why this is the best sleep ever for us. These companies not sleep. These the government not sleep. Everybody that's opposing us and oppressing us with these decisions, they are not asleep. We are asleep. We are asleep because we will tooth and nail each other from a decision that they made. This is the best sleep ever. When we gonna wake up though? What we gonna do? Are we gonna? Is it gonna be enough people to say, well, you know, Sony, it just is what it is. We got to go with it. Or we walk away. Walk away. If enough people walk away, right? Sony's still gonna make a killing. Trust me. PlayStation 6, they starve you so long for it. Like once they announce it, like and then they announce it and it's Christmas and they gonna be all right. But when you playing a game and somebody asks you, what you play on? I play on PC. You don't got a PlayStation 6? Nah, man, I stopped buying console. Why? That's how you get the ball rolling. That's how you initiate change. That's how things start, right? Because some people don't see it. Some people don't see the problem. They gotta hear it from other people that they respect and that they trust. But arguing with people online, you get nowhere. Nothing, no progress, no change. Everybody walk away like this. I said what I had to say. I made my point. Swole up for no reason. Ain't did nothing. Not blaming the corporation for being greedy. You are making a lot of sense. We have enough to get through, so we can exactly. You like it's PC gamers not hurting, right? It's not. I'm just being honest. It's not many PC gamers playing Fortnite, like maining it Fortnite, or like they played it and moved on. Apex Legends, they played it, they moved on, right? And Call of Duty, they play it, they moved on. They on to Marvel Rivals now. Like that's what's hot right now. They on to what that is, Arc Raiders. That's hot right now. You know what I'm saying? Um, but and then another thing, a lot of PC gamers finish games. They finish games. Like they finish games because they need the space. I'm gonna finish this. I'm gonna delete this. I'm gonna finish this. I'm gonna delete this. I'm all right. I'm re-downloading this. I want to play it again. Console players don't do that a lot. They don't finish a lot of games. They play stuff that keep them in a consistent loop. You clearly haven't seen my backlog, sir. Okay, this is what I mean. This is what I mean, Tiger Prime. This is what I mean. Uh, for PlayStation 5, it's not much of a backlog because it's not many games for the PlayStation 5. I got a crazy PlayStation backlog, but this is from 3 consoles. This is from PlayStation 5, 4, and 3. Right? That's what I'm talking about. Like it's old games. And I don't have PlayStation 1 or PlayStation 2 games. I have to play them through the PlayStation Plus app. And there's only games that they allow me to play. Right? If I wanted to play Battle Arena Toshidian, I would have to have that physical copy. If I wanted to play Gex, I would have to have that physical copy. You know what I'm saying? If I wanted to play the Perfect Weapon, I would have to have that physical copy. Right? Die Hard Trilogy, Viva Las Vegas. I would have to have that physical copy. They're not gonna give me that. I'm surprised they got Jet Moto and Jet Moto 2 on PlayStation Plus. It was a long time coming for them to release that, right? If I wanted to play Driver, I have to have that physical copy. That's what I'm saying. On PC, you got access to all that. You could just ram it out. You know what I'm saying? You got access to all that if you want it. Just saying, it's a clear difference. Nintendo had the ecosystem on lock for a while, and no one batted an eye over code and box and no physical media. You clearly haven't seen my backlog. I can't agree with that. That's cool. We can respectfully agree or disagree. Don't look at my backlog. It's in the. Let me see. This fucking shit keep flipping. What up, Miss Blazing? I'm trying to catch up on chat. I'm not ignoring you. What's up, Miss Blazing? Damn. Okay, right there. Don't look. Okay. My whole backlog is on Sony, and now since I got Halo on there now. Okay. What's up, Miss Blazing? And that's why console is trying to be more like PC. Which is another reason why they are getting rid of hard copies. I'm not saying you're not right, but yeah, you're right. Nobody cares about what Mr. Wonderful thinks. Wow. Ooh, she came in hot. She came in hot.
Man, did this dude just did this?
What's that about? Yeah, only Microsoft is trying that. Sony and Nintendo are trying to create CLO ecosystems more akin to Apple's ecosystem. PC is open market. You're not locked to any one CLO. So is Steam console going to take over? Is that going to be the one console? We don't know. Maybe. Maybe it might be some. Maybe it might be the PlayStation. We don't know yet. But if everybody's doing the same thing, then somebody gonna zero out. Like, come on, somebody gonna. You gotta offer some. That's why Nintendo hung around so long. They do different things. They're not afraid to be on both sides of the field when it comes to entertainment. They do family fun and they do hardcore stuff. But there's certain people that like Sony. They do hardcore stuff and they're in the middle. Not too much family stuff, right? So Nintendo gonna always hold their spot. You know, they got Mario Party, some kind of Star Fox. There's always something, you know, some Donkey Kong. Is always something that brings the kids together and stuff and family together and stuff like that. I'm not saying that Sony don't have it. I'm just saying Nintendo has a perfect balance. That's all I'm saying. And nobody really have to worry if you trying to sell a Nintendo console or a thought of a Nintendo game to a parent. Parent hear Nintendo, they think about the Nintendo they play and they don't bat an eye. They'll buy that for their kid. You know what I'm saying? They ain't thinking about Bayonetta on Nintendo or nothing like that. They thinking about Mario and the sweet shit that they play, right? But when you tell a parent Sega, they think about, oh snap, I remember that RoboCop versus Terminator. I remember Eternal Champions. Like they thinking about stuff like that. Like I remember these games. Cyborg Justice, you know, robots ripping other robots' heads off, and like they Ranger X, bodies exploding, and you know, they thinking about stuff like that, right? Nintendo, is not even a second thought. They like, oh yeah, you can have this console, you can have that game. They think it's safe. Mm. So I don't think this move by Sony is going to try to do the same thing. No, likely it'll be multiple platform. Sony doesn't want other digital stores on their platform, same as Nintendo. Even with the last console they bought out for Sony, what was it called? Wasn't that more to be like a PC? Sony moved away from the Sony computer entertainment setup. PlayStation 1 through 3 has computer conversion kits. Then they stopped and eliminated the option part way through the PlayStation 3 life cycle, not with them driving the price. What are action methods for people to no longer be asleep? That's a good question. That's a good question. I think the first action you can take is to if you have a problem, speak up. But use your own platform, right? Make your own post. Use your own tags. Like don't people be under other people's shit too much. People be on other people's social media too much. People be on like trying to make a stand of what they like or don't like. You have if you on Twitter, obviously you got your own Twitter page. Make a tweet. Make a post. Like stop getting on other people's stuff to argue with them. Right? Instagram. If you on Instagram, you arguing on somebody's post, you got your own Instagram page. Make a post. Put that shit in your story. Like make your voice be heard. More than likely, you're not gonna be heard on somebody else's page, right? That's one thing. Another thing is stop judging people for what they feel they want to do or what direction they feel they want to go. Accept it. It has nothing to do with you, right? If somebody say, "I'm leaving Sony and I'm going to straight PC," that don't affect you. You can still go buy the PlayStation. You can still go do what you want to do until PlayStation say you can't. You still can go do what you want to do. So stop. We need to stop judging each other because we don't agree, right? There's people that you don't agree with them and they just say, "Man, she's stupid," or "He's stupid." You don't know that. Some of these people got college degrees. You call them stupid. You struggle for a GED, like right? Calling people stupid and idiot because they don't agree with you or they don't like. Here we are talking about these games and these consoles, these religious beliefs, these political beliefs. Everybody want everybody to be on the same page. But we right here talking right now, we don't want every console to be the same. But you want every religion to be the same, every belief to be the same. Why it's people just want people don't want to hear your opinion. They want to hear their opinion coming out your mouth. They don't care what you think. They don't care what you think. They want to hear their ideology being spewed by you. They want their feelings coming out of your brain, out of your mouth. That's what they want. They don't want when they ask you what you think, they don't care what you think. They want you to say what they think for them. They don't care how you feel about stuff. They when you say how you feel, they don't agree. Nah, I feel this, I feel that, and then they want you to repeat that, and they want you to feel better. But when you walk away from that conversation, how do you really feel? If you change somebody's mind or you converted somebody to your ideology, how does that make you feel? You feel like you won something? You didn't. You probably just confused that person. And if you change their mind, it's probably not gonna last. It's not. Because that's just how people do when they wearing clothes or shoes, or you might have some clothes on, like what is that? Oh, that's cross colors. Nobody wear that no more. Nobody. You listen to some music. Who is that? Oh, that's Jam Master Jay. Nobody listens to that no more. Now you done tailored yourself to somebody else's shit, and you're not happy because it's not your shit. It's not your vibe. It's not your style. You live in somebody else's style, and you did that to make them comfortable. Never make yourself uncomfortable to make other people comfortable. Make yourself comfortable. Forget how everybody else feel and what they want to do. What's the best sleep ever? I need to know. The best sleep ever is the condition of us in this world just letting everything pass us and not doing nothing about it. Like I said, in politics, in religion, in race, especially in race. Like you got black people letting white people say the N word around them. It's just getting crazy right now. Oh, I know him. He cool. We grew up together. If a white person call you an N word, do we call a white person an N word too? No. It's just we got too much stuff we letting pass right now. We getting too much good sleep. We need to wake up. Consoles going up in price as well. All memory chips related products have gone up. PC consoles, even cars. Be right back. I can play games going back to pre-Windows. That's what I'm talking about. You have a choice. See, that's what I'm saying. You have a choice. You have a choice. Reaper said I can play games going back to pre-Windows DOS. He has a choice. I can only play since I don't have a PlayStation 1, since I don't have a PlayStation 2, I can only play the games that Sony gives me on PlayStation Plus in the retro catalog, the classics catalog. And they don't have them all in there. If you paying for a subscription, put every game that you can find, every game that you can legally license and put in there, put it in there. What are we talking about? I know. I see you reading. I'm at 15 games finished this year. Reaper's at 9. Damn, y'all working hard, huh? y'all, y'all tearing it down. I don't think I finished the game this year. It's July. Let me see. Okay. I think I caught up now. We finished gaming and moving on to the next, cleaning up the backlog and playing old favorites. That's the goal. Uh, once they're woke, what's the next step? Right, stay woke. Once you wake up, don't never go back. It's like the Matrix. When they woke everybody up, when they pulled them out of the Matrix, they couldn't go back. You can go back to do certain things, but you couldn't go back. Like once you learn something, you can't unlearn it, right? So a lot of people that wake up from anything, they end up going back, like I say, to make other people comfortable, or someone end up preaching something to them, downloading their ideology to them, and they like, oh, I was lost, I was wrong. No, you wasn't. You was right where you needed to be. Believe in yourself, right? So You gotta be able to. The next step after getting woke is, like I say, make your own voice heard, right? And if you feel the urge to argue with somebody about their feelings, don't talk to them. If it's intriguing to you, ask them why they feel the way they feel. Try to understand, right? Try. You ain't gotta agree, but try to understand, because some people only look at things one way. Certain things, it could be real complicated, but they can only see it in black and white. They can only see it one way, right? Well, you may see the same problem, the same issue, or the same solution 3 different ways, 5 different ways. Your mind just moving a little faster than them. They can only process, like, everybody is different. We need to respect that. We need to understand that everybody's different. Everybody understands certain things different. Everybody moves different, right? We judge people based on our understanding. And it's crazy if you have a limited understanding and you trying to judge people that's smarter than you. See, a lot of people, it gets uncomfortable talking about it. It gets uncomfortable because people don't want to admit that they're a little slow. Not in a bad way. Not in a bad way. I ain't trying to call nobody slow like that, but you ain't processing simple things fast enough. And after a while, you frustrated because you're trying to explain something simple to somebody that's simple minded. It don't work sometimes. You gotta back off and say, you know what? I respect that. I respect what you're talking about. I respect your view, and walk away. Right? Everybody not meant to go. Right? You believe in Jesus? Well, guess what? Jesus preached to a whole crowd, but he always only walked away with 2 or 3, 4 or 5. If he preached to 100, he only walked away with about 12. It's just how it was. The whole crowd didn't go say, "Yeah, you're right. Let's go with you." It didn't work like that. You know, you got people that be on the corner preaching, right, with a bullhorn, whatever, and people just be annoyed. They just walk up and be like, "Why are you doing this? Why don't you go somewhere else and do this? I don't want to hear this all day." Motherfucker, you don't live on this corner. You can just keep going up the street where you gotta go, and I'll stay here and do my thing. But people just, you know what I'm saying? It's like that. It's like that. I digress. Some people slow, like, wow. Do you know him personally, or like what's going on here?
Man, come on, man.
Y'all got something going on? Y'all want to talk about it? I mean, you trying to let it be known that you got that saddle. You got that saddle from Mr. Wonderful. It's all good. That's y'all business, but that's my dog. He knows. He knows what's up. Mr. Wonderful, you getting some of them? You in there, bro? You can let us know. No judgment.
He's pulling his cock out.
The saddle, yeah, you got the saddle for him. Every time Mr. Wonderful see Miss Blazing. Hey, yo, look. Like I say, man, it's just gonna be what it's gonna be. You got people they sleep, they're gonna be sleep, and it's not, you know what I'm saying? Knowledge is not for everybody. It's not. Knowledge is not for everybody. You may think it is, but it's not. Right? Some people don't want to learn. Some people don't want to progress. Right? They just don't. And some people don't want you to progress. So when you know something that somebody else don't know, when you're in a space of knowing stuff that other people don't know, and they opposing you, sometimes you gotta step back and be like, this ain't for this person. Knowledge is not for this person. Advancement is not for this person. You know what I'm saying? Cooperation is not for this person, right? There's a there's a famous clip. There's a famous clip is in black and white when this this black boy, he was trying to I think he was trying to talk to a cop. This is an old video, and he was like calling the white man brother. He's like, "Brother, can I talk to you, brother?" He's like, "You ain't my brother. You ain't like it was a cop. It was old um back in the day." And he was trying to talk to the man. He was like, "Can I pray with you? Can I just pray with you, sir? Can I pray with you?" And you know what the white man told him? He say, He said, I don't believe God hear your prayers. I was sorry for laughing at that. But that was how that man really felt, right? Whether he was right or wrong, that's how that man felt. In that moment, that was his truth. He said, I believe your prayers. He said, I don't believe your prayers are being heard. I believe your prayers fall on deaf ears, right? Even though that was a young man, a boy, he should have been able to say, I can't change this man. I can't do nothing for this man. This is a racist. This is a bigot. He believes that we not human, right? When they the ones oppressing us and when they're the ones treating us the way they treating us, but he believes we are less than human. You gotta walk away from some things. You gotta walk away from, right? When people tell you they talking politics, I remember my ex sister in law. She was married to a guy, and he was talking about he didn't like this is a long time ago. He's talking about Obama and stuff. He's like, I don't like Obama. I said, why not? He's like, I don't like his views. I don't like his values. I don't like. I said, do you know him personally? He's like, no. I said, so how you know the man views and values? Well, he be talking about on TV. I say, but that's he got to present something on TV. You don't know a person's views or values till you really sit down and talk to them. Till you don't know what a person really is like. People watch me through this podcast, but unless you know me, you don't know me. You don't know me. You just don't. Right? If I don't tell you my religion, you can't guess it. Right? If I don't tell you what's in my bank account, you don't know. These, you know what I'm saying? You don't know what my house look like other than the pictures I post. You don't know. You just don't know. Right? You don't know what my closet look like. Right? What you know? I got a big cup. I got a big mug. That's it. But you know what I'm saying? And he just kept saying that. And then when Trump came around, he's like, "Oh, I love Trump." And I told him, I say, could it be that you didn't like one because you didn't like that it was a black person, and you like this man because he's against that black person? I guess you could say that's how you feel. I said, no, I'm asking you if that's how you feel. He couldn't answer that. But if you woke, if you comfortable in who you are and you believe in what you're saying, stand on it. Stand on it. But you won't stand on it because you know certain people gonna walk away from you. Guess what? Everybody not meant to be with you, right? And you should feel some type of way if you pretending to be something you're not, and you got friends and you got people. If you black and you don't like Mexican people, and you got a whole bunch of Mexican friends, and you just being nice just to keep them as your friends, keep them as your support, you fake. You're not living right. You're not living your truth. You fake. If you felt like, oh, if I say what I wanted to say about Mexican, if I say what I wanted to say about white folk, I'm gonna lose this. If that's how you really feel, why pretend? There's too many people doing that. There's a lot of white people do that, and they want to come up with I'm not racist. I got black friends. Are they really black though? You can't say you got black friends and you show me some black dude with blonde hair. I ain't feeling that. I'm not feeling that. Like that. That's just me. That's my personal stance on it. But it's too many people pretending. There's too many people that they're afraid to be who they are. They're afraid to, they protect people, they protect communities that don't give a damn about them. Why are we living like that? So Queen, to answer your question, when you wake up, start reestablishing who you really are. Don't walk on eggshells. Crack them motherfuckers. Stomp them. Whoever don't like it, let them walk. That's the only way you're going to be happy. That's the only way you're going to live your truth. That's the only way you're going to advance in life. You ain't going to get blessed unless you being who you need to be and who you're supposed to be. If you keep pretending, the Almighty know you pretending. People around you know you pretending. Like people who really know you, right? They'll see you with some people they know you don't agree with, they know you don't like, and they like, how long you gonna play this game? Like, that's all I'm saying. Appreciate that 50-bit, Queen. Hydrate. I'm out. I'm out. I'm done. I ain't got no more. This This lasts for 2 hours almost. Oh, you want the soundboard?
Cheeks.
That's what you want?
He's pulling his cock out.
Oh, Lord. Hey, yo, what the fuck? Stupid, motherfucker.
All right. So that's my show for today. I gotta get going. I gotta cook. I got a pool to jump into. I appreciate everyone coming through, hanging out, talking, and just remember, man. If you disagree with someone online, if you're not willing to respectfully debate with them, let that shit go. Cause you look like a fool, man, telling people because they don't want to buy $100 game or sound like brokenness to me. The same people you calling broke, they got a nice ass house they live in. They got a car paid for. Their bank account sitting right because they cautious about spending their money, and you want to go buy a game that you ain't even seen gameplay on. You got money though. How long is it gonna last making decisions like that? Just saying. Should we petition to have a beer keg with tap next to you? Can refill the big cup all the time. I'm trying to get away from drinking. I keep saying that and I keep going back, but not beer. But I got these new little drinks I be drinking. They call Spindrift. They're like real fruit juice, carbonated water. Them things, bro. Things good, bro. You is smart. You is wise. You is important. I mean, you know. I mean, you know me. You know me. It's me. You know what I'm saying? It's me.
You are watching a master at work.
But I'm just saying, like, you start getting old. You know what I'm saying? You start getting older, and you feel like perpetrating ain't even an option. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? You gotta understand when you've been in this space long enough, when you've been in broadcasting, you've kind of held yourself back or mingled around people that you know really didn't give a damn about you. We gotta stop. We gotta stop that. You know what I'm saying? You've been in places of religion, or you've been in places with people like they talking so much about God, and you like, bro, I know you living foul. You gotta call it out. You gotta call it out, especially when they come at you with some bullshit. You gotta call it out. You've been in a place where you don't want to talk politics because you like, well, I got black friends, I got white friends. Man, if you really into that shit like that, say what you gotta say. Stop being in a position of submission. Like how you proud of yourself just not being yourself. You so you how do I say that? You are being less of who you are just to make people happy and comfortable. They don't do that for you though. They got people, man. I got people. I watch people all the time online that pander to all kind of people that's in politics. I'm both sides. You know what I'm saying? I like Obama, but I like Trump too. And it's like that's cool if you really feel like that. But if you just saying that because you got black people and white people, and you're not trying not to make nobody mad. What about you and your feelings? That's why people be so defeated, bro. Whenever people stand on their nuts and hurt their feelings, now they feel like I did so much to not hurt y'all feelings. Nobody cared about my feelings. Well, if you'd have been true from the jump, you wouldn't feel that way, right? If somebody trying to tell you about Jesus and God and like, bro, are you living like that? Don't tell me what I need then. Don't come to me with that bullshit. Like you gotta start just being you. People know when you're not being you, and people realize when you're not being you, right? And we've all done it. I'm not sitting here speaking of a place of I'm above anybody. I've done it. Hell yeah, I've done it. That's why I'm talking about it now. I'm not in a position to do it, or nor do I want to do it anymore. I'm not. And I'm comfortable with that right now. Everything I need in life, I got it. I know God. I accept Jesus Christ as my Savior. I got the friends around me I need. I got my family. You know what I'm saying? I got my kids. I'm good. I'm at peace with who I am. So I don't have to submit to anybody. I don't have to not say how I feel. You know what I'm saying? Even at work, I be telling them like it is. Like I'm not, bro. We're not having it today. We're not doing it today. Well, if you can't do this, then I can't use you. I'm not here to be used. I'm valuable. I'm not here to be used. Sometimes you gotta put it out there like that. And then even if it means you gotta separate from that. Separate from that. Like we doing too much for other people and for other situations and it does nothing for us. We get nothing out of it. So at some point you gotta wake up. You gotta get out of the best sleep of your life. You gotta get up out of it. Wake up. You rested long enough. Wake up. Be who you need to be. Do what you need to do. Demand your respect. Stay out of arguments. Stay out of, you know what I'm saying, debates and speak up when you need to speak up. Say what you gotta say. It'll save people and it'll help people. More people will see you being you and they'll say it'll make them want to be themselves. It'll make them want to, you know what I'm saying, come out of their shell. Appreciate that quarter up reap. Mm, Queen with the 50. All right, man, we gotta get up out of here. Let's raise somebody. Let's see who doing something at the moment. I know my kids up in there hungry as hell. Let's see my boy Cooper on. What is he playing? Hot lava. That's crazy. Mm, what is Claire Obscure? What is that?
Jeanette, we gonna need a fight, bro.
Enjoy the rest of your day. I will. I will. I appreciate you, man. Appreciate y'all coming through and hanging out, talking respectfully, laughing, clowning. Thank y'all for all the bits, man. All the love. I appreciate y'all. Tiger Prime is all love, bro. I hope you don't think I was challenging y'all, nothing like that, or it's all love, my brother. All love. Mm. I don't know how I started following this dude. Nope, never crossed my mind. Had to go check the pool. So I also trying to get some ribs. Go get that, cuz. Go get it. Go get it. Go get it. That's what I'm about to do. We about to leave right now. I'm ending the show. I'm just telling you. You ready? Y'all gonna start bringing stuff to the car. Mm. Do y'all have anybody you want to read? Cause I got. Let me see. I read Coop all the time. See, we got. He been on fire. I'm a read Coop. I know how to disagree quickly and not fight. I don't have all the info. I'm learning too. Well, you see, that's my whole point. That's my whole point. and people are fighting hard, and they don't really know. Like, they don't know why Sony made that. They don't know the real reason why. Everybody just feel like, oh, it saved money and it's smart, and people buy digital anyway. Yeah, those are, but you ain't working in the office with them. You're not part of the board. You don't know why they made their decision. So why fight so hard online against people who disagree? People are allowed to disagree. Anyway, we're gonna raid Coop. We're gonna raid Coop. That's my bro. We always raid him anyway. So y'all tell him the picks to say what up though. Y'all have a great rest of y'all holiday. Love on your family. Jump in the pool. Get you some ribs. Enjoy yourself, man. We'll be live tomorrow. On probably on Fallout on YouTube. Make sure y'all check out the YouTube, man. The Piccsta is out of her.